All right. So we're going to start sitting on the floor tonight. I brought my new birthday present, which is my bolster to sit on. You can sit on a towel or a pillow or anything that feels comfortable for you. If you need to raise your hips up a little bit. And we're just going to sit tall.
It's okay. I don't want people to see me. My sitting is very poor.
All right, so remember you can pull those knees out, those ankles out a little bit if you would like. Let's just find a nice comfortable position. And you can have the feet out as far as you want, whatever feels comfortable. And if it doesn't feel comfortable to sit on the floor, you can sit in a chair, you can stand, whatever feels good for you. So we're just going to start with some deep breathing, focusing on our breath, checking in with our posture. Start focusing on the inhalation and the exhalation. Maybe a nice gentle gaze without focusing on anything. Nice and relaxed, or maybe you feel more comfortable just closing your eyes all the way. Let's check in with our head and see if maybe we need to pull our chins back a little bit to get our head in alignment over the top of our spine. You need to roll your shoulders back, whatever you need to do. Get in a comfortable upright position. Filling those lungs on the inhalation, exhaling out as much air as you can on the exhalation. Allowing your chest to rise, and your stomach to tuck a little bit as you exhale, getting all that air out. And you can make sure that your shoulders aren't being pulled forward by the location of your wrists. Maybe you need to pull your hands back a little bit so your shoulders are in nice alignment down and back. Take 3 more deep breaths all the way in, all the way out. Let's gently open our eyes. We're going to start by inhaling and bringing those palms up toward the ceiling, and exhaling them, bringing them down to heart center. And at your own pace, reaching around, inhaling, exhaling down. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. And now we're going to get off our bolsters or our cushions or whatever we're sitting on, and we're going to bring it on over to our hands and knees. Nice neutral spine here. Remembering, if you need to, you can roll your mat or fold your mat. You can also use your fists. Put your fists down instead of twisting on your wrists. And your shoulders are over your wrists, your knees are over your ankles. And now let's think about elongating our spine and putting your head towards the wall in front of you while the rest of your body remains quiet. Good, and let's inhale and lift our mid back toward the ceiling. Exhaling, allowing your mid back to come to a neutral position. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling down into cow. Inhaling, lift. Gently pressing those fingertips into the mat. Allowing your head to just follow the movement of your spine. And one more. Finish that cow. And then into a nice neutral position. Now, if you need to, you can bring your knees a little closer together. We're going to reach that one foot back out with a flexed foot and bring it in. Reaching that foot out. On the next turn, if you would like, you can lift that foot so it's in a straight line coming out from your hip. Taking your time, warming up this body, keeping those hips level. And if you would like, let's add that opposite arm. Totally optional. Reaching both directions. Last time, each side. Flexing that back foot, toes toward the floor. Good, and let's bring it back into our first child's pose. Now remembering, you can always stack your hands, your fists, so a nice headrest for your forehead. Allowing your lungs to fill up and emptying them. Good. If you have your hands under your head, let's reach them out back into our child's pose. We're going to inhale and lift up. You're going to go slightly past your shoulders. Exhale halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, push back into child's pose. Inhale up. Now, if the going halfway down is too difficult, you can go back into child's pose just fine and alternate between child's pose and tabletop, or child's pose and even plank, which would be tucking your toes. So if you don't want to go down, you don't have to. On the next return up, we're going to go into downward dog. So up to that plank, modified plank, and then bending the knees, bringing those hips up, allowing your back to lengthen, and then gently pedal your feet, just getting those heels moving through the range of motion, wherever that is for you tonight. Good. And now gently with knees bent, get that head down between those arms, reaching those hips up and back. Good. And let's come back down to child's pose. And let's walk our hands to one side, gently filling air into the side of our lungs. And carefully walking to the other side. Inhaling. And back to center. Good, let's tuck those toes. Bring those hips up, and we're going to walk those heels toward our hands, and then your hands towards your toes, supporting on your thighs. Nice flat back, and bringing it up. should have their blood pressure in a good position by now. Take a couple breaths here in mountain pose. Good. Let's inhale, lift those arms. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, up. Allowing your gaze to go slightly upward, filling up those lungs, opening that chest. Allowing a little bit of back bend of that upper body. So turn to the side so you can see up. So it's more about rounding and reaching and opening my chest than it is about arching my back. I can do that with keeping my hips tucked under. And down. Good. And I'm going to place one hand on my hip, the other hand up. Relaxed neck, all through our neck and our shoulder, relaxed. We reach that hand up toward the ceiling. Checking in with those feet. Seeing if you need to soften your knees, you need to balance your weight front to back a little more. A little harder work, you can gaze up at that hand. That's comfortable for your neck. If it's not yet, that's fine. You can just have a nice neutral neck. Good, and switching sides, supporting, reaching, allow a lot of space. Hands up if you would like. And lower our shoulders down and back. Interlace your fingers, or if you have a strap or a towel or a band, you can hold on to that with the palms facing each other, and allowing those shoulders to come back. Soft knees. Hips are tucked under gently. We'll raise those hands a little bit if we can. Opening that chest. Thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening that chest. You can look up gently at the ceiling, but not allowing your head to fall all the way back. Good. Let's bring those arms back down. Shoulder roll down and back. All right. So I'm gonna turn sideways, so I'm at the short end of my mat. I'm gonna step back with my right foot first today. No, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna step back with my left foot first today. I always do my right first unless I remember otherwise. So here we go. Reaching that foot back. Knee over our ankle, hips facing forward or the short end of your mat. Palms to be up. Heart center, reaching toward the ceiling. Remembering to inhale and exhale fully. Trying to sink a little lower with each exhalation. Keeping those hips forward. Soft bend in that back knee. If you're warm and you would like to, you can do a slight upper body back bend. One more breath in. Exhaling down. Good. And let's turn that back foot toward the long end of the mat. Knee is still over our ankle. The hips are wide. And try to find that balanced position. So we're level hips, reaching for those walls. Relax your shoulders down and back. Put our palms up for a moment. A nice straight line. Now leaving your shoulder blades where they are, turn your palms back down. And then let's gaze over that front hand. Exhaling a little lower as you're able to. Two more breaths. Good, let's straighten that front leg. And now we're gonna reach that front arm out, allowing those hips to turn and rotate, and then bring that hand down above or below your knee. And we're still trying to stand with our hips facing forward here. So think about being in a narrow hallway. Our chest is open to the front wall. As you exhale, maybe you can go a little lower, maybe you can't, that's fine. Just don't put pressure on your front kneecap. Now, if you would like, you can bring that back arm around just behind you, keeping that chest open to the front. One more breath. Good. I'm going to gently bend that front knee and support myself back up. Turning my other foot forward. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Bring those hands back to heart center. Good. Good. Do a little push back into mountain pose. And we're going to do those couple moves on the other side. We're going to switch directions. And now I'm going to do my opposite foot back. So mountain pose, hands down and palms forward. Reaching that foot back. You find that comfortable position where your knee is over your ankle, hips are forward, and you can decide where you want to put your arms this evening. Remember, gentle pressure with your toes may help a slightly wobbly situation. Really try to sink a little lower. Filling those lungs, relaxing those shoulders wherever they are. One more breath. Good. Let's turn that back foot towards the front. And I know I'm going to have to take mine out just a little bit. And again, level hips, knee over ankle. Reaching. And again, palms up. Feeling those shoulders down and back. And then gently flipping the palms back down. And looking over that front hand. Now check in with your back foot, making sure that the sole of your foot is on the floor, not just the edge. One more big breath in. And out. Straightening that front leg. Now inhaling up, stand as tall as you can. And then reaching forward, allow that hip to tilt and down. Relax those shoulders, soft knee in the front. Again, more balance, look up at the hand. That's not comfortable, you can put the neck wherever it feels good. Trying to keep chest open to the front. Just the tiniest bend in that front knee. Reaching that hand up, reaching the other hand down, feet are grounded. Good, all right, gently bending that front knee, supporting ourselves back up. And let's turn those toes forward. All right, let's bring those arms down. Turn those toes out towards the corners of the mat. We're going to inhale up. we're going to bring those elbows down. Inhale, up. And now bending those knees so they go out toward those toes, same direction. Reaching. We're nice and warm now. Sometimes we do this movement for warm up, but we're nice and warm, so we should be able to get down pretty far. Leaving the shoulder, neck area nice and relaxed. One more. Let's bring those hands out, palms up. Turning my toes in just a little bit. We're going to bend those knees, finding that good position where your toes are facing the same direction, and we're going to hold our sun pose right here. So I'm not leaning forward, I'm sitting down. One more deep breath in. And let's bring it up. Hands to heart center. Good. Walk those feet. All right, we're going to bring it down. Can you take your mat a little bit to the left? All right, so we're going to come on down. So however's comfortable for you, we're going to come onto our knees. So bring it on down to here. Now I'm going to reach my hand out. Now if you need to, you can go frontward and then reach out. Fingertips are pointing toward the side wall. We have a nice kickstand position going on here. So again, my body is open toward the screen. My arms are in a T position. This feels good. I just want you to stay here. Reaching those arms, that one arm up and rounding that other arm down into the mat, really stretching apart. Good, and let's bring it in. Coming through the front, so squatting down, walking that hand. And again, that hand is about in alignment with that knee. So I'm in alignment, back foot, front foot, top foot, knee, and hand are in alignment. Reaching up. And that hip is right over that knee under my body in that kickstand position. Reaching that leg away and those hands apart. Good. Now let's go back to the other side. And again, you can walk those hands across. Finding that placement where your shoulder is right above your wrist and your hip is above your knee. Reaching. Now, if you think you can, let's bring that foot just off the floor and then crunch the knee toward your elbow and then reach back up. So a nice long line. It's a diagonal a little bit there with my body. My arms are straight up and down. Side of my body facing the ceiling is in a nice diagonal. One more, bring it in and bring it out. Here we go. The other side. All right, now it's up to you whether you have your toes down or up in the back. It might be a little easier balance-wise if your toes are actually curled under. That's comfortable for you. Maybe a little harder balance-wise if your top of your foot's on the floor. So see which works better for you. Here we go, bringing the knee in and long line out. Exhale, inhale, and again, if this bothers your wrist at all, you can make a fist with that underarm. Last one, here we we go. And bring that foot down. And let's bring it into the middle. Good job, everybody. We don't do that one a lot. Let's bring it on down to our straddle. And again, you may have cushions under your knees. You may be sitting on a blanket. The bolster is probably too high with not enough knee support. But a blanket or a pillow, anything that feels comfortable. And again, this is going to be as wide as is comfortable for you. I'm going to bring my hands around from the back, and I'm going to think about really relaxing my quads as I gently push from the back with my shoulders down and back. Here, just gently flex. And just a nice straight spine here. If you need to, you can also pick up those cheeks so you can get those sits bones down on the floor, whatever feels good. Now I'm using my hands to pull gently with a nice straight back. My shoulders down and relaxed. And then you can allow yourself to walk your hands out a little bit if you would like. Again, trying to keep all of these leg muscles nice and relaxed. Good. Let's walk those hands back. And let's put the soles of our feet together. And again, it's going to depend on your flexibility. I did some yard work earlier today, so I'm having to be careful with my back. So it's kind of easy. You can grab those ankles, not really putting any pressure on them. And nice flat back, pull your chest forward. Consciously relax all those muscles in your hips and your thighs. Take one more deep breath in and out. Good. Now reach those feet forward. And I'm going to bring one foot up. Now you can bring that foot across if you prefer. Again, I'm getting my sits bones down on the floor. So the front foot is gently flexed. And I'm going to circle that arm back, sitting very tall, allowing this front arm to hook around, but not to pull my knee across, just gently anchoring myself. Allowing that upper body to turn while sitting very tall. And you're used to doing that, that's fine. Sitting up very tall, arm around the back. And back to the center. Don't know what happened to the music. Maybe it'll come back on in a minute. And let's bring ourselves, our fingers towards our heels. Allowing our shoulders to melt to the floor. Nice neutral spine here, so we have a little gap underneath our lower back. Now we're going to inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to lift our hips up toward the ceiling. a straight line. Exhale. Inhale. And straight down. Inhale once. Exhale. And exhale down. If you'd like, you can take your toes off the mat. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And this time, roll your spine down. Starting at your neck, taking your time. Get to that lower back, just allow it to go down as comfortably as you can. After your hips get all the way down, then you can release your glutes and come back into a neutral spine. Good, let's put one ankle across our knee. That's a figure four, if you're familiar with that term. And then we're going to bring that knee toward our chest. Those hands through to grab the back of that thigh if you would like. Here's a great place to do an ankle circle with that hanging leg. And the other direction. Pulling it in a little bit more. And switching sides. Crossing that ankle above the knee. Trying to allow your shoulders to stay on the mat, relax. Let's find our position where we have our knees either tented against each other or stretch all the way out, feet towards the corners of the mat. Shoulders down and flat, palms up. Find that comfortable position with your chin. Nice and neutral. Slow down our breathing as much as we can. Really relaxing into that mat. Filling those lungs like we did at the beginning. Exhaling all that air back out. Holding it for a moment at the inhalation, and then again at the exhalation. Relaxing your face, shoulders. Releasing any tension anywhere else in your body. Feel free to stay in this relaxed position for as long as you would like. Roll onto your right side and push yourself up. Give yourself a pat on the back for coming to class tonight, and I hope you sleep well and easily. And I hope to see some of you in the morning. Namaste.